Let's try. Yeah, there you go.
Should I let everyone in?
Yep.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome. Hello, I'm To, Humberto, Linda J, Lori, Edwards, Mark G, Sandy, welcome. Okay, people are coming in. How are you guys doing? Okay. Hi, Humberto. I see your hand. Hi, Lori. Hi, Mary. Drive safely. Hi, Tracy. Hi, Yvette.
Hello.
Okay. So before we're going to start, who has a testimony, uh, like bread and fish testimonies for this week? Who wants to share? Lori, I see you're smiling. You want to share something?
Sure. God is good. God is good all the time. It's been a great week. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Thank you, Lori.
Yeah.
Okay. See people coming. Hi, Sandy. Welcome. Anybody wants to share something about they have learned testimonies, victories, or challenges that you have overcome this week or this month? Everyone to be encouraged and to really stay in this course of learning about cryptos. Let me see. Hi, John. Welcome. Good to see you, sir. Okay, people are coming in. Let's see. Hi, Melinda. Okay, anyone want to share? Okay. Hi, Michelle. Welcome. Catherine.
I'd like to share. Thank you, Joy.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
We're all warming up. So if you guys haven't met Joy, her and her husband is joining us. What a wonderful privilege. That's my testimony directly from Dr. Brian Simmons' team. So D. Brian Simmons of Passion Translation. I was like, wow, this is so cool to have Joy and to have her husband, Anthony, to helping us. Joy will be working on the newsletters for the Cryptos AI as well as Asmina's new book, as well as host our evening calls, especially the Thursdays calls. That's where I usually get rest and help us bring in what you've learned from Dr. Brian Simmons' team to the Minus Academy. And Anthony, her husband, is also working on our videos. So that's my testimony and my bread and fish, Joy. What a wonderful privilege to have you guys out of 8 billion people in the world. We get to have you guys from Minus Academy, and you carry a lot of gifts and experience working with Dr. Alexing and the Dr. Brian Simmons team. And I think one day Dr. Brian Simmons will be coming either in the cryptos in the AI, and like, oh, I know Joey, I know Anthony. So it's gonna be
Yeah.
so wonderful. So guys, just do a warm welcome to Joy, and I think I don't know if your husband is around there for Anthony as well as we welcome them, part of the Minus team. I like to say Minus Philippines, and then we have Minus Nigeria, so that's going to be helping us up out as well, right? So thank you so much, Joy. Okay, perfect. All right, guys. So what are we doing today? So I wanna add on to what I did in the foundation class. Um, there's a lot of new advanced members we had, but I filled out this this assessment. I got it from 100X. I do want to I want to share this questionnaire. So I asked one of the X, hey, can I share this to the community? So here it is. And some of you guys post in the chat if this is the first, if you filled this out already, type in one. If this is the first time you're seeing this and you haven't filled this out, just type in two so I have an idea in regards to this questionnaire. All right, thank you all. You guys are welcome, Joy. And of course, as Mina said, we need to get more females to the team. So I was like, there you go, answered prayers. I think the Manus Academy needs more of a woman touch, not just as Mina, not just Prophet Robin, but definitely Joy helping us out here, right? Okay, so for those who put two, I think I shared this. I'm not too sure when I shared this. This was an assessment mostly for the 100X, the Kingdom entrepreneurs, but I wanted to use this more of a questionnaire in regards to the wealth transfer that's about to happen right now. So let me share some stories uh, before we begin here. So it's interesting because if you're studying Exodus, by the way, encourage you, if it's okay with you, go ahead and check out Bob Marley movie. He had an album called Exodus, and it was really is interesting how the Lord speaks through these movies. Cabrini, I know the Kung Fu Panda 4, even the was it the Cabrini? It was a song sung by I think it was Whitney Houston and who was that other lady? I forgot her name, the other lady, but it was the same song that was used in The Prince of Egypt, When You Believe Something Miracles, and Willy Wonka as well. Yes, Nora, I actually watched that too. Yes, and it's like you watch it, don't be, I don't want to say let's not be religious because it's not Christian movie, but it's like the Lord speaks to that. He's trying to convey a message. I think I discovered the early versions of Disney was like very kingdom like. So I heard that. I don't know if I saw a post. Now it's really like what's going on. But the early versions of Disney, the Lord would speak to that. I would watch movies like Kung Fu Panda, Bob Marley. You watch it, Tracy, and it's like wow, like even in what was happening in that movie, um, the Lord is speaking out. That album, Exodus, it was like, wow, all right, this is really the wild transfer. What are the chances? I've worked for Entertainment One, and I think they own Lionsgate and amongst others, and each movie is released well planned, coordinated with the theaters. All of this is planned, impeccable timing and even last year, the movies such as Sound of Freedom, I think what was it, Jesus Revolution? They've been trying to release the movie Jesus Revolution, even George Foreman. Guys, like the Lord is up to something, and I believe we're really, really close into the prophetic music. Linda's like, oh, this is interesting, not just me that's hearing it. Uh, but like with what was it again to the story? So when let me go back to Exodus when Joshua and Moses was there to get the Ten Commandments from God, and they come down. You know, I'm gonna try to make this funny, but the Moses speaks to his brother and says, "Bro, what's going on here? What's up with all this music and the dancing and what's going on?" And uh, um, Aaron goes, "Bro, big bro or little bro, I don't know what happened. They gave me all the wealth, and out comes this golden calf." And I remember when I first read that, I was like, wow, wealth is an amplifier. It reveals what's truly in your heart. And we all know most of the Israelites did not make it to the promised land, even though it's supposed to take 2 weeks. They were there for 40 years. I think it was only the 20-year-old and under who never went into slave ship mentality, who never went to the slave kind of roles, was able to cross to the promised land alongside with the 80-year-old, I think, Joshua and Caleb. And I'm like, I pray that's not us, but this is crazy. The wealth magnified it, and they desired the gods of Egypt. And out comes that golden calf. Crazy story. I think it was like they melted it, they ate it, and then swallowed it up, something like that. But I don't want this to happen to us. Let me tell you my story. 2017, 2018, when I hit the $4.56 million, wow, right? I was like, I thought I'm gonna be spending more time with Asmina, with the Lord, more time with my children. I thought I was gonna tithe more. I thought I was gonna give more, but it was actually the opposite. It was like Willy Wonka. Wonka is up and down, up and down. And my marriage was at risk. My relationship was the Lord was at risk. My relationship with my children was at risk. If you're not spending time with your spouse, if you're not spending time with the Lord, with your children, if you're not doing self-care, you're probably going to do the same thing when the wealth comes. Hence, when a lot of winners win, the poor continue becoming poorer, the middle class stays the middle class, and the richer gets richer. It's a mindset, guys. Post in the chat. It's a mindset. It's a mindset, and that's why I entitled this "My Heart Needs to Match My Portfolio." So this questionnaire, if you can share that link again, Joy. This questionnaire here, I see a lot of you guys are looking into it right here. This is what I'm going to do, and then I'll take some questions if there's anything else, maybe in the 30 or 45-minute mark, and some time for breakout rooms, assuming Prophet Dr. Manuel Johnson doesn't go live anytime soon. But here, this first piece, I spent time daily in the Word, and then put it like, do you strongly disagree, not consistent, put a -2, -1, if disagree, 0, 1, or 2. Because if you're not spending time with in the Word right now daily, when you get the wealth, trust me when I say this, when this is -2, strongly disagree, there is a very good chance this will go -10. And this is dangerous, right? It's like I felt like the Lord was trying to remove this Egypt pauper orphan mindset from the Israelites in the wilderness for 40 years, trying to get it out. Like Joshua and Caleb got it so fast, but for year after year, it just couldn't. And it's like they couldn't go enter into that promised land. And same thing here with the prayer, right? If you're only praying because there's disaster. Same thing. This will probably go -10. You're I encourage you guys, all these pieces here, faith, life, listening to the voice of God. This is so key. This is so key. Let me tell you a story. I dedicate time to listen and hear from God. I don't know what happened, but somehow I wasn't listening to my mentors. I wasn't praying. My prayers were really superficial, really like wordy and Pharisee. It's like I don't know what happened. Like with the wealth, all of a sudden I'm like, forgive my French. I was like, screw the multimillionaires God gave me, 5 multimillionaires to coach me. My pastor, I'm like, I'm genius. I made $4.56 million. I'm with the Lord. And guys, post in the chat, in the multitude of counselors, right? Plural S. There is safety. And the people you surround with, I have this saying, you're an average of the 5 people you hang out with. If you're the smartest person in the room, you're not growing. And this is new, the prophetic voices. I didn't have this 2018. In fact, the only prophetic voice I had was my pastor. He was into the prophetic, but he didn't know about it that much. It's interesting because 2017, 2018, Asmina showed me Pedro, and I'm like, who's this Pedro guy? Whatever. So I was so prideful. I was like, I hit $4.56 million so fast in a few months. I'm a genius. I don't need anybody. I don't know how that happened. And in reality, there was that little bit of pride to say, maybe it was a twisted truth, right? Like I knew I was in the image and likeness of God. I knew I had the mind of Christ, but then I was like kind of like a Lucifer kind of mentality where I don't need God. I could be God. And I was like, guys, hold your horses. I don't want you guys to go to this. We have 4 waves. This first crypto wave of 100,000 could be this weekend, right? The second wave is the $4,000 Bitcoin when all our precious metal goes up. And then the third wave of the 300 or $500,000 wave. And then the fourth one is when the real estate flash crashes to 50-90% and recovers. I really want you guys to fill out this worksheet to say, hey, have you grown? Have you at least moved it to zero, to neutral, and maybe to agree, right? So this is where I wasn't too bad. Maybe I was like 0.5 in this category. Right? I gather with believers. This one is so key, right? Obedience and word. You're going to be tested on your exit strategy, your sell points, right? Did you really listen to the voice of God? What am I going to do with this money? Has anybody thought about it? Guys, post in the chat. I need to ask the Father, what am I going to do with the profits, right? Have you ever thought of that? Like, um, let me go with my case. What happened to me? This was really weird. So, number one, we sold our house from 200 and so it was a $325,000 home. We got it for 275,000. That was amazing. We sold it for $500,000. This is in Toronto. Housing is crazy. And then we put in $70,000 in cryptos to hit that $4.56 million. And in the back of my mind, we knew, okay, we're gonna rebuy back property. So it's one of the advice the multimillionaire gave me. It says, Erwin, if you're gonna sell your house, sell an asset, make sure you're gonna replace that with something similar or better. So in my back of my mind, cryptos was better, and in the back of my mind, I was gonna get um, housing as soon as possible. And now that I think about it, we didn't ask the Lord. Well, as Mina I knew was asking the Lord, she was like pushing me, let's buy a house, buy a house. I was so greedy. I thought the $4.56 million was gonna go 10 million, was gonna go 100 million. And I was like, no, Asmina, wait. And she literally had to force me to say, Erwin, let's buy the house now. And I'm like, okay, I didn't even pray. I didn't even seek the voice of God. I was like, okay, whatever Asmina says, whatever makes her happy. And I was like, how did this happen? Because like the Holy Spirit gave me this dream 2014 in cryptos, but along the way, a little bit of Lucifer thing that happened where I'm a god. Like, how did that happen? I don't want this to happen for you guys. So that was interesting. So we were trying to buy the house. It didn't work. I didn't seek the face of the Lord. It was like house after house putting an offer. We weren't getting anything. I was like, how did this happen? And then we were trying to buy two businesses. One was an indoor playground. That didn't work. We tried buying a laundromat. That didn't work. And now that I think about it, I don't think I seek the face of the Lord and said, hey, Holy Spirit, Father, what should we buy? What businesses should we buy? I was like totally off. And then back then I didn't know anything about paper assets and commodities. So I didn't get no precious metals. I didn't get any stocks. My mind was blinders, crypto. This is going to be amazing. But I just want to share to that story where we need to ask the Father what you're going to do with that profit. So that's the first section that I wanted to share. This one, I think one thing I learned as well, unfortunately, my pastor didn't know about cryptos. I wish I had me to advise me. You're the average of the 5 people you had. I think one of the mistakes I made as well was I asked my pastor for business advice. I'm laughing now. I'm like, I can't believe I did this, John. Can you believe this, John? I hired my brothers, paid them double. I hired the board of my church. Guys, don't make the same mistake. Oh my gosh. I paid them double-ish. I've hired half of the board of my members to start techinc.ca. That's why you see tech.ca. We were a full service crypto, everything, consulting, mining, teaching, trading, the works, ICOs. And I'm like, whoop, 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 taking. I had to fire them 6 or 8 months later. I had to go back to work. So do not hire your board of your church, pay them double. I don't even know where that came from. I'm like, that's a great idea. Let's do it. And I'm like, I'm gonna help you guys. I'm gonna build a church. And I was like, now that I think about it, I was like, we should build the ecclesia. We should build the kingdom of God and advance God's kingdom. So I'm sharing my mistakes that I made. So that was funny. That was real funny. But I did discover, I was like, oh, I have a brother hat because I'm working with my brothers. I have a father hat. I had a husband hat, and I had a pastor hat. So every time I would meet with my brothers or people at church, like, hey, are you talking as a pastor? Or are you talking as Erwin, the CEO? Or are you talking as a friend? And I'm like, oh, you're right. I'm talking to you as a friend. And I was like, that was interesting. So one thing that came out there. But guys, I pray we don't make that lesson. John is saying great lessons, Erwin. Thanks. I should have had a John Gibson, right? Like John Gibson, coach me, please. I'm like, I didn't understand mentorship back then. I was Really? I thought, here's another one. I put my pastor as God. Give me permission. Everything flows through him. I'm like, get my business advice, my marriage advice. Might as well get everything from him. And that's what I said. The word is in the multitude of counselors. There's safety. And I recently, I mean, 2 years ago, obviously now that I started Minus Academy, I learned to have domain specific mentors, even if they're not believers. Believe it or not, you can learn like real estate, paper assets, commodities, starting a business, challenges, all of that stuff where you can get domain specific mentors. And what Bill Johnson would say is chew the meat and throw out the bone. So that's the first piece. Man, this is ridiculous telling all my stories. So family life, let's go here. I shared this earlier in foundation. I am very good protecting my family physically. Like no one's gonna harm my wife. I have laid a hand on my wife, obviously. To my kids, no one's gonna touch them. I got my bow, I got my staff, I got my arrows, I got my machete. I don't have a gun yet. I gotta get a gun. You Americans are so blessed. But I was lacking not just the physical protection, but the spiritual and the financial. I was lacking in that area. So I was +2 physical protection guarding my atmosphere, but I was -2 all over. I'm talking about traumas. I'm talking about marriage stuff. Even our finances was up and down. I knew how to set a budget for myself. I didn't have a budget for Azmina and the kids. I don't know, like, where did that come from? I had to deal with that with inner healing. But guys, here, this is so key. Are you guys posting in the chat? I need to protect the physical, spiritual, financial atmosphere in my home. Anything else, guys? That's why post in the chat. I need to protect what what I value. I need to protect what I value. I need to protect what I value. And I was like, just all in flesh, 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 seeing things in my eyes. I didn't see the spiritual atmosphere. I didn't see the financial atmosphere. I didn't see the emotional atmosphere. So, guys, this is where we protect not just the fathers, but we protect that. I mentioned this earlier at foundations. Do you have a reoccurring date night schedule? This is for spouses. I mean, I said it boldly as well. Do you have like sex night? I don't know, but book all of that, guys. You guys are coming here. It's gonna happen 7 to 8. This accelerator advance is going to happen. Crypto accelerator advance, same thing. I started doing this. I was -2 here, left, right, and center. Almost lost my marriage. I thought I was going to have so much time with Azmina. I was in the office. I was fooling around, relapsing as a prodigal son. And thank God now I can say maybe I'm around 0.5. I'm not there yet right now on my recent score here, where now I'm like, try to get Thursdays and Friday off. I try to work only 2 to 8 p.m. I try not to work on the weekends, and I book time with Azmina, with the children, with date night with all my kids, all 7 of them, a type of that. I am satisfied. This is more for spouses with level of intimacy with my spouse. And then even this, I have a strong connection with my children. And this one, I want to cover this, which is family time. Family time. This is so key. This is the whole family life. Guys, if you have -2 across the board here, whew, I need to pray for you. Number one, go definitely, Kyle, figure out, I mean, the inner healing piece. There you go. Joy. I'll put that again. Supernaturaltransfer.com/Kyle. Guys, post in the chat one if you've done a one-on-one sort of inner healing kind of thing. It doesn't have to be with Kyle. It could be with Bethel. It could be your church if you have one. If you've done something like this. If not, type in 2. This is so key. This is so key. Okay. I'm seeing some people putting 1. This is so key. I would have, if I had this and I had inner healing and I had the profits, my $4.56 million would have probably been $1 billion. In fact, I'm gonna testify that $4.56 million should have been 40 million or should have been 400 million. But because of unhealed heart decisions, I was making them along the way, 2014 to 2018. I was making pride decisions without Azmina, without Holy Spirit. I was going all in. I was going with all these weird things that's not kingdom. that's happening. So I'm seeing a lot of ones. Very good. You can put two guys. It's okay if you haven't done it. So I'm doing this weekly. I've spent time with Kyle as well. But this is the secret of Minus Academy. I think I told this to Tracy a little bit because she's also a coach, where this is so key. Inner healing, um, prophetic, even the one-on-one guys. Post in the chat, I am good soil. I am good soil. You want to, oh, Joy, maybe I'll give you a time with Kyle. He's amazing. But even my whole team members to be attending that. So I am good soil. Post in the chat, I am good soil. I'm good soil, right? I got this new flow water alkaline. I don't know if it's good. Let me know in the chat too. What does this mean? I am good soil. You're investing in the cryptos, but invest in yourself. Obviously, you've invested the Minus Academy, whether in the cryptos and the AI. I highly suggest check out our AI piece, even the bare minimum foundations. But invest yourself in inner healing, in deliverance, in the prophetic. Like spend some time with Prophet Robin, right? So Prophet Robin, a paid one, right? So this is where the workers work their due. Processing, right? Some of you have done one-on-ones with me. You're good soil, and you're investing in this knowledge. Some of you have done one-on-ones with the team where you're doing that and you're investing in good soil. So let's keep going. I think we're 30 minutes in the hour. So this is key, guys. Family life, fitness, guys. If you're, what's the point of all that wealth? And you're overweight, you're underweight, you have high blood pressure, you have all sorts of stuff. Guys, this is where good stewards. I will be a good steward of my body, right? This is 360 degrees, spirit, soul, and body. I was scoring bad here. Like I used to go to the gym a lot. I think I was at -1, -1, -1, -1, -1. And this is dangerous. If you're -2, this is very, very dangerous. There's a good chance. Same thing. This could do -2 times 10. It could be -20, right? You're not drinking water, you're not sleeping, you're not exercising, you're not doing anything fun, right? You're not eating properly. I mean, what happens when all of a sudden you can get as much McDonald's you can have? By the way, that's so disgusting. I can't believe I used to like McDonald's. I don't know why. Need some inner healing with McDonald's, but fast food. I was like, I used to be into that. That's like poverty orphan mindset, right? Where's Joy? Joy, we have Jollibee now in Canada and the USA. We're like, I gotta taste Jollibee in Canada, in Toronto, because it's so good. But it's like, it's so bad, right? So it's like canola oil and processed food. Guys, we are the temple of the Holy Spirit. And like we clean it up. Let's clean up our food, right? I'm trying, hopefully this is good water. I tried Berkey with no fluoride. We shop in Whole Foods. Like I got a pear. I don't know if this Kirkland thing is good or not. Where's my Tracy at? She's a health person. Hopefully this is good. Hopefully this is good. Organic. But guys, if you're taking care of your body now, oh my gosh, I was eating out. Like I was taking my dad, my brothers, out, fish house, Korean barbecue, buffets. I mean, some of you might gain 5, 10, 20, 30 pounds. This is bad. The sugar, the caffeine, the unlimited Starbucks, because now you're like, wow, so much wealth. Man, there was days, guys. There was days where I was making not just $1,000 a day, 2,000, $5,000 a day. There's days I was making 10,000, 20,000. I was like, I didn't know what to do with the money. So I was like, ding, 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 no budget. I'm like, I think I flashed this earlier in the foundation. If you're not doing budgeting right now, that is not good. So there's another person. I think her name is Gail. Gail Budget. Joy, if you can share this thing here. She has a budget right here. All of this is good. Maybe just check her out. Check her out. Uh, Joe, if you can post that one in the Zoom chat, I put it in our signal. Guys, this is she's not a believer, but I like what she did. Let me know if you know somebody else. But I love the way she budgets. She's the one who helped me overcome debt this before minus before cryptos 5 times 20 to 50K dollar debt. I just followed what she said, budget like crazy, spending freeze, and it does so good. But guys, the QR code as well. If you're not budgeting, highly suggest you should budget, because imagine you're dealing with hundreds, thousands and millions. And if you're not budgeting, if you're losing $100 so fast, or $10,000 so fast, or $100,000 fast, poor habits continue to be poor habits. Guys, post in the chat, I need to replace poor habits with good habits. I need to replace poor habits with good habits. In this case, if you're not budgeting, learn to budget. One of my weakness was I budget for myself, but I budget with Asmina and the kids. And I'm like, that's bad. My Asmina's like, why do we have 20 boxes of toys? I don't know. So buying nonstop was like, is that a pauper orphan mindset? Because I didn't have any toys. I had to buy my own toys. So I was like, wow, a lot of inner healing to that piece. Okay. There's the budget sheet. Fitness. I talked about fitness. Be careful, guys. Right? Guys, that's this. Hopefully, this is helping. Finances. This is what the Gales part. If you're not doing your bills, emergency funds, kingdom is defense first versus offense. If you're not doing insurance, I will add to here. I mean, John Gibson did talk about the irrevocable trust is way better than the umbrella policies. Maybe might as well have both umbrella policy. If your net worth is becoming 1 million, 2 million, 5 million, 10 million, you want to match that with your umbrella policy, stuff like that. So that's a freebie right there. But same thing here, guys. Once again, this is it. This is one of, maybe I'll spend some time here. This is where the lotto winners gets crushed, right? Poor habits, pauper orphan mindset. They win 1 million, 2 million, 5 million, 50 million, 100 million in the lottery. And when you have this, what if you're already negative with $1,000 per week or whatever, it's going to be the same thing if you win the lottery. This is where it's actually going to be worse. Now, the -2 can go -10. And that's very, very dangerous, because just like Solomon, who it took him 40 years, I think, 40 years to build all that wealth. I think what Manuel Johnson said, in 4 weeks, Rehoboam destroyed that. Like, gone, 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 gone. I don't want you guys destroying your crypto wealth in 4 days, in 4 weeks, in four months, in 4 years. I want you to sustain it and grow it, guys. Post in the chat. I need to sustain and grow the wealth. I need to sustain and grow the wealth. Okay, so here we go. The last 3. This is a lot of the inner game pieces, guys. Oh man, I wish I saw this questionnaire. Guys, like, if you're easily offended, right? Like, I don't know, now you're easily offended, you get into a fight, you get sued, there goes all your whole money. Right? Past wounds. I ain't gonna give. I ain't gonna give to the church. I ain't gonna give to my wife. I have all these wounds and trauma, and you make these unhealed heart decisions. It's very, very costly. Guys, post in the chat. Unhealed heart decisions are deadly. Unhealed heart decisions are deadly. Okay? Right? Going in the casino. If you have, I'll call it out, guys. If you have any addiction, especially gambling addiction, you haven't dealt with it, right? Pornography, alcohol, cocaine, Facebook, wife addiction, church addiction, worship addiction, any of those addiction, and you haven't dealt with that, the wealth will amplify that. The wealth, like, all of a sudden you have wealth in the casino, nonstop, slot machines, roulette, blackjack, man, nonstop liquor. You're gonna go into an all-inclusive trip, and you're like, oh, free beer, all right, nonstop, free shots. Guys, like, deal with your addictions now. Deal with your issues now. I'm not saying I'm perfect. Asmin and I, we're constantly getting ready. This whole March, no challenge. We were like, getting ready for this next wave that we're doing this time. We're not going to do repeat 2017, 2018. We've learned our lesson. We know, guys, post in the chat. God tests us to promote us. God tests us to promote us. And I don't want you guys taking the retake tests. Okay? I don't want you failing, and now you have to go in your parents' basement again. And then vice versa, guys. I'm hearing this. The grandparents are going in their kids' basement. Like, whoa, what the heck? Like, whoa, what's going on there? It's the other way around too, where the grandparents are going into their kids' basement. Like, what's going on? What's up with that? Like, why? Retake tests, unforgiveness. So deadly. Asmina's, we're very good on that one, pointing that out. Unforgiveness. Why did I say that? Why am I offended with those words, with those actions? I find myself with that. Like, why did I say that? Is this my dad? Do I have a soul tie? Am I judgmental? Because these unhealed heart decisions is costly. And then let's keep going. Last two. I think how am I doing time? Maybe in 10 minutes. Renewed mind. Renewed mind. Like, let's read that scripture. Um, like, woo, I'm bad with my Bible verse now. Bible verse to renew your mind. Give me that one. Drum roll is Romans 12, verse 2, which says, do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind, right? Then you'll be able to test and approve what God's will is, his good, pleasing, and perfect will. Just to show off my nice GPT, my Bible GPT. Hopefully I have it. Do I have it? There you go. In Hebrew and Greek. Let's go. Hebrew and Greek, my Romans 12:2. Let's look at the Hebrew. Right? Okay, do not conform. This whole idea, don't be shaped. Guys, post in the chat. I am a thermostat. I'm not a thermometer. I'm a thermostat. I'm a thermometer. Like all of a sudden, that word comes into my mind, Proverbs. When you see the delicacies of the kings of this world, put a knife to your neck. Do not desire them, right? So this is where I am a thermostat, not a thermometer, where you set the temperature of the room. You set the standards wherever you go in your workplace. Are you going to all of a sudden be puffed up and say, look at me, I'm a genius. I retires. Forgive my French. Screw you, boss. I don't need to work anymore. No, like do it honorably. You don't want to burn bridges. You're like the only kingdom they'll read is you. The only gospel of the kingdom they'll read is you. So let not the world shape you, right? I think that comes from the movies. Or like I won the lottery or I got cryptos. The patterns of this world, okay, refers to the age or epoch characterized by worldly principles and values, emphasizing the temporary and often morally ambiguous nature of earthly concerns. Be transformed, right? Is that the Greek metamorphosis? Oh, look at that metamorphosis. Means change form. It suggests a profound fundamental change, not just superficial, but a deep transformation between renewing, right? Renewal or renovation. It's constant. Okay, we have this highway in Toronto called Highway 401. I mean, one of the biggest highways, like 4, 5, 8, 8, 10 collectors and express, and it's constantly in construction. Why? Because it's just needs renovation. So that whole renew your mind. And what is the mind? The mind, emotions, the will, conscious life, and all of that. And then, I mean, I'll share this GPT. I don't want this to be a full Bible study. I did want to guys check out my GPT. It's pretty cool. Where's the Zoom chat? There you go. Play around with my GPTs. I really like it. There's the QR code. Might as well use that. Okay. All right. It's running out here. Okay. So here, guys, the renewed mind. This is it. Like, goodness. If your floor and you think God is not good, he's bad, he's angry, he's not angry, and you're up and down and you're teetering and then you're wonking, guys, your floor should be that God is good. God is good. And like no matter what, with the cryptos, without the cryptos, with the wealth, without the wealth, right? He is good. This one right here, oh my gosh, this is what's gonna wreck the wealth if you have this. If you have any of this, minus two, very, very dangerous. This is the first quarter. First quarter, deal with it, guys. Deal with it. Am I still thinking poverty, lack? Am I still thinking victim? Am I an orphan, right? Like rewatch. What was that movie? Let's go here. What was that movie? There was a movie, Pauper and Prince. I think it was the Disney one, Pauper and Prince movie. What was the title? Right? Like that was a cool movie. Pauper and Prince. I think it was Mickey Mouse. The Prince and the Pauper. Ask Holy Spirit to speak through that. But do you have this orphan mindset? Take, always taking, never giving, thinking lack, thinking you're all alone, thinking performance based as opposed to performing out of love. All of that. This one, oh my gosh, the struggle, the religious mindset, right? Guys, religion killed Jesus. Religion will kill your crypto portfolio. Religion will kill your life, right? I hate religion. I hate it. I'm so glad getting out of that or got out of that. But this religious mindset, get rid of that. And I think at 5 minutes, um, let me highlight this one here, right? I'm a good steward of what God brings into my life. We listen to Manuel Johnson and all his followers are saying, yes, wealth transfer, wealth transfer, wealth transfer. I think Bull Pony and Manuel Johnson covered a little bit. I think it was more a Bull Pony. He's like, wealth transfer is not going to happen to everybody, right? They might get it accidentally, but the wealth transfer, guys, from my understanding, parable of the miners, God doesn't give anything to anybody that's foolish. He doesn't give anybody that's lazy. He doesn't give anybody that's not a good steward. It's a fact. He takes it away and gives it to one who is steward. Read the parable of the miners, the parable of the talents, right? That's why the richer, the wealthier, the wealth mindset get better, right? It's a mindset. My heart needs to match my portfolio. So every time we hear this, yes, the wealth of the wicked is stored up to the righteous. Guys, sorry, I think my mentor would say this. I'm going to say it too. Dummy, the wealth of the wicked, that's you currently now, because that's why you don't have the wealth. And I'm saying that in the most loving way, where this is tested when you get this wealth in the crypto wealth. Are you the righteous, doing things right, the kingdom? Because by the way, that righteousness, I mean, if we go deep into that Hebrew and Greek, doesn't necessarily mean you're a believer or you're a Christian. It means you're doing things right. That's why there will be crypto multimillionaires that are not believers, right? The wealth of the wicked people who don't know. I mean, let's just go there. Let's do this, right? Hopefully show off again. Hopefully there's no prideful mindset. What's that Bible verse? Wealth of wicked stored up to the righteous. Guys, we got to read it in the original text in the Hebrew and Greek. Proverbs 13:22. A good person leaves an inheritance for the children's children. Um, right? But okay, but the sinner's wealth is stored up for the righteous. Sinner's wealth. We're thinking unbelievers, guys. Okay, let's go. Proverbs 13:22. Good. Okay, we'll skip the good man. Good man, morally good. Leave it, inheritance. And the wealth of the sinner. The wealth of the sinner. Wealth. Once again, wealth, not wealth, riches, substance, both material wealth. Sinner who misses the way. Look at this. This term is used to describe someone who misses the way, errs from the path of righteousness, transgress against the divine law. This has nothing to do with just being unsaved. Go deeper on sinner. All right. This is where that term sinner, I don't know Hebrew, was that hata? Look at this. The root word. This is the root. Hata is primarily associated with missing a target or way. Not merely just the violation of God's laws, but this is you're missing the target, missing the way. This word has nothing to do with being saved or unsaved, right? That's why every time you're declaring this scripture, right? Every time you're saying the wealth of the wicked, the sinner is stayed up for the just. If you don't have that wealth right now, you might be speaking to yourself. That's why you don't have it. Because right now, the just, including unbelievers who stewards it well, has it and will have more of it. Okay. Hopefully I'm saying this in the nicest way. So guys, right there, just look at that. Refers to someone who is righteous or just. That has nothing to do with becoming a believer. Go deeper. Just lightly because I don't have enough time. I'll share you guys the prompt for this one as well. The root word means to be right or just. Justice, righteousness, rectitude. That's why unbelievers have the wealth, guys, because they're doing kingdom principles and they're doing things right. They might be not a believer, they're operating kingdom principles. But guys, this has nothing to do with believe, save or unsave. I don't know why people think the money of the non-Christians is going to go to Christians. That is not what this verse says, okay? So there you go. Share my prompt with this. Actually, it's the same prompt. Might as well post it as well. Is this helping, guys? Wave your hands at me. Is this helping? Hopefully, you guys are still awake. Let me finish up. I know this is a little bit different. The kingdom revelation, guys. Honor. You dishonor people, you'll be the worst wealthy person if you have dishonor. Uh, Seek truth. This is key. Having the truth in your life. Humility in daily interactions. Exhibit righteousness in my thoughts, behaviors, and action. And I'm in the 7:45. Maybe I'll take 10 minutes of Q&A, or if you guys want to add. But guys, please, we'll do this. Please post your results here, just your score. I'm not even gonna look at it. This is more for you. In the advanced crypto accelerator advanced, post your assessment results. Because in the next 4 quarters, it's gonna be tested, guys. It is gonna be tested. This will be a quarterly test, right? It should be improving, it shouldn't be negative, because if it's negative, you're in danger of it going -10 and in danger of losing all this wealth really, really fast. Okay, I'm seeing that in the most loving way. I think I wasn't in the negative. Maybe I was in, out of 100, I was in like 27 or 40, somewhere there, 30s. Really bad score. I didn't pass, and I'm like continued hopefully to get doing better and better. Okay, so I think that's what I just want to speak, guys. I know we're getting ready with all our cryptos, with our APIs, with our wallets, with all of this and that. But this is actually the most important piece. The matters of the heart. This is the most important piece, because I'm gonna finish off with this quote. Henry Ford said, "Take away all my factories, all my workers, I'll do it again." It burned them all down, right? The maker of Ford, the maker of mass production of cars, Henry T. Ford. He says, "Take this all away, I'll do it again." Why? It's a mindset. This whole journey you're doing in Minus Academy, you're learning this royalty mindset, royal priesthood, this mindset of how to handle finances, how to handle the kingdom ecosystem, crypto or not, plus 100 balance or not. That's why people like Donald Trump, negative, bankrupt, I don't know, 4 or 5 times, do it again, again and again. Why? It's a mindset, right? That's why there's that show, Billionaire, I forgot his name. He's like, "Oh, put me in a new city, I'll do it again with nothing except my phone. I'll do it again," because it's a mindset. And that's why that's more important than the portfolio. My heart needs to match my portfolio. If your heart is under here, negative, your portfolio will match up. If your heart is up there, the wealth and the portfolio will naturally catch up and match to that heart posture. All right. Any questions, comments, concerns, guys? If this is awesome, just type in 1 to 10. If this is good, 10, cool, 5. Let me know how to improve. But guys, my heart is, please be ready. I don't want I don't want divorces. That's gonna be the worst. Oh my gosh. I'm calling it out because I'm gonna shut it down. I don't want kids running away because you got the wealth and you run off with this man or this woman and all sorts of wickedness. Guys, so this is what wealth can do. It's gonna amplify everything, just like I think similar to the presence and the glory and the anointing of all these great revivalists, where what happened? Like everything just gets magnified. Why? The Lord wants to show you, to give you more, to test you, to promote you more, and to show you, hey, why did you say that? Why did you think that? Why did you do that? And then question with another question. I don't know, Lord, why? Can you show me? And then saying, what happened here? It's like question. The Lord answers questions with questions, right? So, um, any questions, comments, concerns? I don't know if you guys want to add into any of this. Um, John, I know John wasn't expecting this, but I know John has his coaching program on perfect peace as well. John, maybe you want to add into something in your clients on this whole. Um, I mean, I just want you to say something. What do you think, John?
Yeah, well, what I teach is that chaos, obviously from the darkness, is always encroaching. There's never a time that it isn't coming at us, but this perfect peace. So it's really neat that we have Hope. Is it a Hope that's on the line with us from Dr. Simmons' group? One of the greatest things I've ever seen was in that translation is the notes. I love the notes. And in Psalm 35, Brian talks about shalom, which is perfect peace, God's peace. And he talks about it, he breaks it down. It's a pictographic, 3 pictures in this word, but it basically talks about this power to destroy the authority that binds to chaos. And if we have that peace, it's not like the world thinks of peace. It's a good feeling. It's the absence of conflict. But when we have God's own peace, and peace is, he himself is peace, the Prince of Peace, it's like a weapon. It's a power that breaks down all of these things that come at us from the inside and the outside. So like you say, or when we have unhealed hearts, we're letting chaos reside in our hearts. And then there's also chaos that comes from outside, different things that happen. But if we are walking in this perfect peace, it is a power, the power of perfect peace that'll break down all of those things. But that means that we're now giving up all management of outcomes ourselves. So even with regard to what we're looking at for gains, from crypto and gold and so on and so forth, we give up management of that. Now we're stewards, so we're going to be part of that. But I mean, we're not responsible for the outcomes if we put it in his hands. And when we have that kind of a relationship with him, a connection to him, such that we never strive or strain or have anxiety anymore, that we're really positioned to do what you're talking about, Erwin, which is to really reap the rewards, the transfer, and then send them on, those rewards on to wherever he has for us. It's all his. It's all, this is all kingdom. And so anyway, perfect peace is what we want. But so many times, so many believers, don't have that. They're just as affected as people in the world. But this is a kingdom group that's really learning how to have whole hearts that are not given to disorder, and the assessment that you have there is really good for showing after the fact what's going on, that what chaos is causing in our lives, and now let's turn it over to him, that power of perfect peace to get those scores in a totally different place.
So good, John. And I'm really fascinated doing 15 years of IT consulting, how these high executives walk in that perfect peace. They're not the ones snapping. They're not the ones making rash decisions. They're not the one making stupid decisions. That's so costly. Their promotion, their no favor with God, with man. It's like that. I love what you do here with that, just that alone, right? Peace, working in that perfect peace. And then like we'll keep the wealth, we'll keep the relationships, we'll keep the ideas, even creativity, just walking in that to be able to build. I gotta get you to come in the AI group where how can I do this while I'm working and building in my AI, my GPTs. But I'm just fascinated how all these high executives, I'm like, how are you gonna respond to that? Like this guy just mouths off and he's like, and it's just gentle and be able to like handle that in a wisdom way, in a gentle way, in total self-control. And they're not believers. Like they're accidentally applying these kingdom principles and it's working for them. And you said it, like I see like the church splits. I've been to maybe double-digit church splits, like 10 plus church splits, in Bible studies, leaders, like, whoa, one trigger. And it's like this is that message that I love what you do, John,
Well,
where that just that peace part. Go ahead,
if I
sir.
can, if I can chime in, even if a total unbeliever just takes the book of Proverbs, so like, Pedro does his 31-day challenge. If an unbeliever just followed those principles, they would be successful. But just think about how much more successful if we're actually tied to the Prince of Peace himself and we're being connected with that source. That's way beyond all of the coping. Because so those high-end executives have learned to cope better with chaos, but they still haven't learned to conquer it. There's only one way to conquer the chaos.
They're doing the bootleg piece of it, the scam. They don't really have that perfect piece because they don't have the Prince of Peace. That's a good point, John. And I'm like, wow. So that's why it's like everything is just a counterfeit of the kingdom, and we shouldn't settle for anything less. But it works. Like exactly what you said, Proverbs. I think unbelievers would come in that challenge, and that's why they're thriving. They're thriving, right? Like the whole excellence. They're all their giftings. They're hardworking. It's all these pieces that they're doing. And then like, but then the church is like what is this? Confused, double-minded, and we have to improve better and better. And that's why I love this crypto journey where, all right, you're learning, steward this, and now you can apply this to your call, to your kingdom call. Thank you so much for that, John. All right, guys, 5 minutes. Thank you so much for chiming in, John. Guys, let's do some breakout rooms, pray for each other, share your maybe your worst score in this one, and you never know because in that room someone might have that victory in the family life, in the fitness, in their whatever. Pray for each other. But guys, my goal is maybe we'll post this 4 times, 4 quarters, where we're posting this questionnaire to say, hey, I really worked on this, because please learn from me and learn from the lotto winners, learn from the high profile athletes who gets the wealth suddenly so fast, right? Addiction, divorce, uh, suicide. Let's call that out, guys. People like the money kills them. Like, wow. I'm not saying it's gonna happen here, but I'm canceling that now. But people perish for lack of knowledge, and we want to make sure we're into that, right? So let's go a little bit of okay, let me take some questions too. Of course, I want to make sure as well this is covered. Go ahead, Tracy, and let's get some practical questions because Kingdom is practical as well. If you can spotlight Tracy, Joy, that'd be great. Unmute her. Go ahead, Tracy.
Hi, Erwin. Thank you. I love the teaching. It was awesome. So great. I love everything
Glad to
about
hear.
those. Yes. Okay. So the question about XLM, and I brought this up with Emmanuel yesterday. I'm not able to transfer it from my Coinbase to my ledger. It says that it comes up that it's not allow listed.
Yes, so you turn it on. Once you turn on, I think it was Heidi, I forgot who said it, but once you turn on the allow list, you can't withdraw anything unless they're in that list, unless you give that in the allow list.
Okay, so because I had XLM on there, but it was XLM to Kinesis.
Yes, so you have to have every XLM list. Every time you told the allow list, nothing is gonna come out unless it's like, let's go with a guest list of a party, Tracy. Unless you're in that guest list, you're not gonna get into that party. So in this case, unless that address is part of that allow list, you won't be able to send out to any of that address unless it's in that guest list, the allow list. Does that make
So
sense?
yes, oh yes, so that's great. So what I did was I allow listed. I thought I did. So now I have to wait 48 hours, don't I?
Correct. And we're doing this in preparation because once you start taking out 1,000, 5,000, 9,000, they're gonna put you a 2-day period, or they're gonna make you do a KYC every time withdrawal because it's such a big amount. And that's what being ahead, being proactive. Now you got these allow lists, your list to be ready. That's why we're telling you guys to go in the flow. Correct. So you'll have your XLM in your ledger and then your XLM in your Coinbase, all your XLM addresses in there. Okay.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
No problem. All right, Linda, and if you can unmute Linda, Joy. So Linda, API, auditor, fund management, or trading. Choose trading in preparation for the trading activity. So be able to do, I think I chose fund management and trading. So the auditor is more like read only, Linda. So more for like CoinStats or Merlin. But then for the Haas trade bot, I believe it's fund management and trading. I think you can select 2. Does that make sense, Linda?
Yeah, you can select 2. Okay.
Try it. I'm trying to figure out if I click on 2, but for sure trading.
For sure, trading. Okay, that was it. Yes, thank you so much.
No
Thank you.
problem. Okay, so Nora, does the Canisius hard wallet come from Singapore? I don't know. I have it here. I haven't opened it up, but I know for sure Jamie already got it and Heidi will get it. I know I said I'm gonna open it up anytime now, so I don't know, but it's here. Some people ordered it already and it's working for them, Nora. So, but I don't know why you said, why are you worried about Singapore, Nora? Let me know if you can unmute Nora. Joy, that'd be great.
Yes, I guess I'm worried. It says Indonesia, Singapore. I just want to make sure I didn't click on the wrong Vanessa's money because you ordered the wallet separate from the exchange.
Correct, correct. So as long as it's, let me see here. If you go to Kinesis shop, I don't think you can even specify where you're gonna get the wallet from. Kinesis wallet, merchandise, hardware wallet. There it is. Just buy now. Add to cart. I don't think you can even select where it's gonna, which country it's gonna come from. You just add it to your cart
Okay.
and,
I was just
and you,
thinking for safety. I wasn't sure.
you just check out. Are you sure it wasn't the bank? Because you remember entering a bank, it was Singapore or Australia. Were you referencing the deposit of your wire transfer, or it was this? Because I think that's
No,
what you
no,
were.
it just came in and my son noticed, Mom, that came from Singapore. And
Oh,
then,
yes. So maybe they outsource it in there. That would
yeah.
make sense. They're from Australia. Yep.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
No problem. Okay, which wallet supports Kava and Bone? So Yvette, we go here. So you can go coinmarketcap.com. So Joy, can you make a note for the crypto team to make an IRAD guide, put in our signal to make an IRAD guide, how to search a coin, the wallet for specific coins. So when you go to coinmarketcap.com, you go put in Kava Yvette, and then when you scroll to the left side, you can see right there, you can see the contracts. In fact, you can see the supported wallets. So over here, you can see Ledger, Trust Wallet, MetaMask, Binance Exchange Wallet. I put my Kava in Trust Wallet, or Ledger or Trezor. Ledger, Trezor, Trust Wallet. Sorry, Ledger or Trust Wallet. And then the next question you ask for the bone. Oops, so all over the place.
I have a question, Erin, because when I tried to put it on my ledger and I put on add account and I put, you know, KAVA, nothing would show up. Is there an extra step or
So
something I need to do?
in your ledger, so let me see here.
Uh-huh. And I even,
goes,
tried in Tangem and I couldn't, it didn't.
So if you look at here, it goes to Kava, the Binance Smart Chain. So now you look at the Explorer, right? So it's in the Ethereum. So it's since there's an Ethereum contract, it travels at ERC20, right?
Okay,
So
but the problem is it's in that KuCoin, and KuCoin only sends it on the Kava mainnet.
so if that's the case,
I don't know how to receive it.
if it's the Kava mainnet, then you have to go. So if you look at supported wallets, I know I had this earlier. Was it give me a second. I think I had this.
Because when I was researching it, it mentioned a couple. I'm assuming they were soft wallets that I'd never heard of.
Just give me a second. Sheets.
Yeah, because KuCoin didn't give me an option to change the network.
Give me a second. So Kava can go to Binance Smart Chain, but yours is the native Kava?
Yeah, when I went to withdraw it off of KuCoin, the only option that it showed was the Kava mainnet. It didn't let me move it on Ethereum or anything like that.
Okay, give me a second. And the app, Kava staking, featured dApps. This is because of KuCoin, correct?
Yeah. And I have it on another exchange. I'm trying to think which one I have it on, but that one I was trying to pull off. And
I think I was maybe playing with this. Let me see here. Let's connect to MetaMask. Kava. There you go. Okay, got it. So here we go. So you can add Kava to the MetaMask, and then the MetaMask can use the ledger. So when you
But
send it,
isn't MetaMask Ethereum based?
no, so MetaMask can go to multi-chain. So here's the network, the Kava network. So you go to your MetaMask and you add all of this, and then now you can receive Kava to the Kava network. Does that make
Okay,
sense?
so I go to my MetaMask and I'm having a hard time because I'm on my phone.
No problem. So
Okay,
let me show
I'll just
to
take a
you,
picture of it
a
and
little bit.
try to blow it up.
Yeah, I'll put in the QR code. So what you do is you add this custom network. So the MetaMask can switch to the Binance Smart Chain, the Kava network, the different network, even believe it or not, I think even the KuCoin network as well. But if it's the main Kava network, you'll send it here, and therefore you can send your Kava to your MetaMask and your Trust wallets and your ledgers. You can send it there. Okay? I think I did
Okay,
this
I'll
right.
try that. Okay,
And
thanks.
send to Telegram if you need support. What else here? I think the last one. Did I miss anything, Joy? Yvette. Oh, Bone. So something similar to Bone. I think Bone was the same thing. Bone is literally ERC20. So you go to Bone Shiba Inu. Bone Shiba Swap. Okay. And then if you go to the left, it's in the Ethereum chain. So you can accept this in the Ethereum chain. So anything
So I
Trust
should be
wallet
able to put that on the ledger.
and the ledger connecting your ledger to the MetaMask or the Trust wallet. Because I don't think it's natively in there. There's no native app. So what you do is you connect your ledger to MetaMask or Trust wallet and receive the bone that way. And
So
it's
I have to put it in
ERC20.
MetaMask. Does that mean I
Yeah.
put it in MetaMask first and then transfer it from there to Ledger?
No. So in your ledger, since it's ERC20, so you literally just send the bone Shiba to your Ethereum address and it'll pick it up as bone.
Okay, so I don't have to go to MetaMask.
It's similar to Shiba Inu. Shiba Inu is a token. Bone Shiba Swap is a token under the ERC, the Ethereum main network. Yeah.
So I can put it straight from the exchange into the ledger.
Correct.
On
And
the
of course,
ERC.
always do a test run. The most minimal, if it's $1, $10, the most minimal amount before you send it. Okay.
Okay. All right.
No problem.
Thank you.
And I think the last one is Charmaine. Treasure Suite version. I don't think so. I just updated my Treasure Suite. Charmaine, I have 20 enable. Where is my Treasure? Let me connect my Treasure. I don't think so. I just recently updated both the Model T and my Model 1. Charmaine. Oh, never mind. Start update. I didn't update it yet. What's the problem, Charmaine? Joy, if you can unmute Charmaine.
So when I upgraded it, initially it told me that there was an error on the update. And then when I went into it, though, I closed it and went into it, it said that it was updated. So I tried to connect my wallet. Nothing happened. It says on the actual Trezor, because it's a safe 3, it's not the Model T or the other one, the cheaper model. And it basically just said it says no USB connection.
No USB connection.
Yeah. Then, I mean, the laptop is brand new. And no matter what I do, I put it into different ports, nothing happens with it.
Yeah, so I would go, I mean, that's gonna take some time to take a look at exactly what's happening. So always go with the source. So piece by piece, right? Is it the actual the Trezor? So you only have a safe 3, you don't have Model T or Model 1?
No.
So that's why, like, I would, or multiple machines. So you're trying to figure out, is it the software? Is it the cable? Is it the unit? So you go piece by piece. I would go piece by piece. This is gonna take longer than expected. I mean, I'm gonna update it now. I need to because my Model T, I just saw that one.
Okay, well,
if you know that cable works, like that cable works, the
well, it
port.
worked before. So it worked before. So
I remember even my recent keyboard just got fried. I don't know what happened. You can test the cable. You said it's not use a different kind of cable, right? Or I think you said it already. You tried that. That didn't work. I think it's gonna take some time to do it. Did you try ChatGPT? But it's like piece by piece. I see my update. I haven't updated that, so I guess that's very new.
Okay, well, once you update, then let me know if you have any trouble.
Right,
Or
it's
not?
downloading. It's downloading now. Yeah, I'll let you know. The only thing I can see is obviously is it the software, the update. If it and then you saw the notice that says download and update successful.
Well, initially it gave me an error, but
The
so I
update, the
closed it.
update, the update.
Yes. Mhm.
Okay,
And then when I went back into it,
it worked.
then it said to me that the version was initiated successfully. So
I don't like that first error. It could be just be the software itself, but then the error message says nothing's connected.
yeah, that's right. It just keeps telling me to connect the wallet.
Have
And
you
nothing's
tried
happening.
installing the full Treasure Suite and doing it again?
I have not tried that because I have to get my seed phrase and yeah.
Yes. Make sure you backed up. Did you have money inside that safe 3?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Remember,
Yeah.
I told you always test your. Make sure you back up your thing. I would. Let me think now. So the other thing you can do is this is in a MacBook Pro.
Yeah.
I would create a Charmaine 2. So I've done this in the past. So I made an Irwin 2 or Asmina 2. Make a new login on your Mac and then do it there. So you have Charmaine 2 and then put in there and see if it works.
Well, I have another desktop on there, so I will just put it on that one.
Correct. Because you want to,
Yeah.
same thing. You have access to that now. You don't want to wipe that out. You want to make sure it's backed up. Okay, Charmaine?
Yeah, that's a good idea. I'll try that.
Yeah. Yes, there you go. There you go. That's good. Okay, thank you, Charmaine. All right, guys. If you guys can stay, guys, go fill out the form, talk about it, talk about your weakness there, whether it's the family life, the inner game, whatever, all of that. Pray for each other. I'll leave the rooms up open. Let me do the breakout rooms. If you guys can stay 8 minutes, that'd be cool too. Some of the most breakthroughs are happening in these breakout rooms. And thank you guys. And same thing, guys, if the cryptos balloon up on the weekend, we have our team on standby for at least 3 or 4 hours support on Saturday and Sunday. We are off for Friday because of Good Friday, and same thing will be if I have to ring the bell Friday, we'll be ready for that one. Okay. All right. So the rooms are open. Thank you all. I'll stop the recording. You can stop the recording, Joy, and the